Hello everyone. Oh, I need to update that background. There we go. Welcome to the Gimme a Holy Air Wrestling podcast. Yes, it is me. It is Dan. But I've had my hair cut. I've had a bit of a trim on the old beard. So it's a lot shorter and it's quite a bit darker than it normally is. But I'm still here for Smackdown on night 3 of my Takeover. We've got a few bits announced tonight, which is quite nice. We've got the return of Roman Reigns after the Survivor Series War Games match. We've got Hitler, Ashante Theodonis, and Top Dollar with B-Fab versus Legado del Fantasma. Joaquin Wild, Cruz del Toro. They're going to be with Santos Escobar and Zelina Vega versus the Viking Raiders. Eric and Ivar with Valhalla in their corner. We've got the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. Damage Control, Io Sky and Dakota Kai defending their title against Liv Morgan and Tegan Nox. And we're also going to have the WWE Intercontinental Championship match, which will be Gunther trying to retain the title with Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci versus Ricochet, who won the Smackdown World Cup. So with that, I shall see you in a second.
This is Big E from the new day. Give me that whole yeah. Give it to me. I need it.
So how's everyone doing? I ain't actually got to the chat yet, so let's get there. We've had Dom in, which is why I'm covering tonight, because he is sending all of his love from Portugal. We've got Michael in. How are we doing, Michael? How am I doing? You actually recognised it was me. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad. What do you think of the old trim? Is it any good? I don't know if I like. I mean, I got quite used to that length that I had before, but obviously getting an haircut, it's going to be a lot different to what mine is usually. I normally walk in and say, "Do what you like, really," and the person who normally does it, absolutely brilliant. Has a bit of fun. Gives me something that I might not be expecting. Gives me something that she thinks I will enjoy and really like. So yeah. So before we do get any further, how are we doing, Jack? Yep, I'm going to it now for you. We just want to send condolences to the family of Moira Whelan. It was someone. Let me just read it so I get it exactly right for you. Jack was in the same year as this person at secondary school in sixth form that just died early this month. So we're going to send her condolences to her family. We're sorry to her about that, Jack. So that one, yeah, I look good. Thank you very much, Michael. Yeah, it's got a bit of a blue tint in there. If you can sort of see it, sort of just at the front here. I don't know if you can see it anymore there. Jack's saying I look like Sonic. There's worse people to be compared to, I think. Michael's doing good, just getting ready for the holidays. I have just enough Wi-Fi to stream this, so you're going to hang for a bit. Been awake for 20 hours. No. Go get a nap. I've got this, don't worry. After doing my third show in 3 nights, I think I'll be alright. We got Sassy in. How's my manager doing? Same story, Dom. Jack's been awake 20 hours. I've been awake since 7:30 this morning, so 7:30. About 17, 18 hours, so I'm not far behind you. Do please like and subscribe the video. Join the channel. We've got merch available on the website, which if you click on the, let me just load it up because I can't. I always do this and I forget how it looks on the screen. So that one. So when you've got the video playing, If it's through YouTube and it's on any sort of app, on the right hand side where you've got the list of the other videos, it should be right at the top there. Our different options on merch. That is just a very small selection that you can get from us. There's t-shirts, there's baseball caps, there's hoodies, jumpers, teddy bears, mugs, phone cases, stickers, whatever you want, really. So Michael's asking how everyone's doing. Yep, we thank everyone for joining us. Sassy, still a bit sick, but for you it's normal, pushing through the lupus. That's good to hear. I mean, it's not good to hear that you're sick, obviously, but it's nice that you're not letting your illness define you. We have got the Patreon, we have got the super chats. If you don't want to do any of that, we do really appreciate that massively. It does help in running the podcast, helping pay for us to bring this stuff to you guys. Just means that we can do it for longer, because it is actually costing us money still. We're not making any money from the channel. So anything that you do donate, whether it is a penny, whether it is a pound, whether it is 100 quid, if you really, really want to, it does really, really help all of us out. So we've got Griff Dog Johnson in. How we're doing, Griff Dog? I had a quick look on there, but it wouldn't let me sort of add you for some reason. I don't know why. Let's have a look. Also, we've got Jack wants to give me a Holy tea cozy. Well, they do. I think they do woolly hats as well, so you could always grab one of them. Jack saying, "Hey up, sassy." We've got the membership here, starting at $3.99, I think. With that, you do get custom emojis. You do get the give me a Hullier sort of badge on your name on the comments. So you do get the benefits on there. Sassy's just showing it off for people on the YouTube channel. So the little logo that you're seeing on screen where it says Hull, and that is one of them, but it doesn't actually show you on the app that we use to stream everything. We love you all. We love you all, Dom. All of us love you too. Sassy saying, hey, Griff Dog. Yep, Sassy, we love you too. Mox buddies, we all love each other. What happened to my hair? I got it cut. I got it coloured. Sort of more the sort of black, dark stuff on the sides, and then a little bit of the blue tint in the front. And then I also trimmed this up a bit because it was getting a bit scraggly. So I shrunk it down a bit. But yeah, I mean, that's basically what's happened to me since I last saw you guys 48 hours ago. I've been at work all day today. And yeah, that's about it, really. I had customers shouting at me, but nothing I can't handle. But I'm excited because we've got, is it 3 matches, 4 matches? 3 matches announced. But then we've also got Roman Reigns. So hopefully this is going to lead into the next challenger for his title, hopefully. Probably going to be Royal Rumble. 59 minutes. So I've got about a minute until the show, so let me get me earphones in. There we go. Yeah, we hope to see Dom soon. He did pop round on Tuesday. He popped around just to sort of have a chat and see how things are going. Brought Emma, some of you may have seen on some of Dom's streams. Sassy. Jack is maintaining the website and putting a lot of good stuff on there, so go check it out. Some of it is linked into the Twitter, some of it's linked into the Facebook. So if you're following us on there, you can click on that and find it. So, what do we think the big thing at SmackDown is going to be? I think it's a bloodline turning on Sammy. Oh, that's not. That's. I think that's a brave call, Michael. We've got bloodline turning up, pulling up in a looks like a Lincoln Navigator. Sami Zayn and the Usos. We've got SmackDown intro coming. They were just shouting at me because stuff wasn't done, but I couldn't. Stuff they wanted to change on their accounts, but I couldn't do anything about it because of the system limitations. And I was like, it's not my fault. But they were shouting at me. But like I said, I don't really care. On Sunday, Griff Dog's going to the Packers versus Rams game. That's awesome. I really want to go to a game in America while I'm there next year. So Sassy's gone another attack on LA Knight. That's I think that is a bit more of a likely shout. Um, or it could be Uncle Howdy actually making a physical appearance in the arena, or the reveal of who Uncle Howdy is. Maybe the big thing will be Trump's new trading cards. Griff Dog saying, "Hey Michael, how are you doing, Michael?" Sassy saying, "What about Sasha?" Um, with a few bits that I've been reading online, and I have heard, supposedly she is negotiated the release of herself from her contract, which is why she's working in New Japan shows and it's been announced because that is after a contract has been ended, which is meant to be the 1st of January. So with that, that is why there is the tease with Saraya and the mystery partner in AEW. So I don't see it being Sasha. Um, it would be absolutely out of this world if anything to do with Sasha was announced. But I don't think it'll be something more sort of Bray Wyatt release related. Michael saying, "Hey, Griff Dog, how you doing?" Chris saying, "Damage Control returns." Yeah, I think that is a pretty much guarantee. Sasha will be Soraya's partner. Did any of the guys see Rhea and Dom destroy Ray at Thanksgiving? Yeah, it was very well done because it was something that was a bit more social media oriented because it wasn't actually shown anywhere on WWE until a few days later. So it would have been it was very well done to further that storyline. It was brilliant, really clever. Nice to see people working social media as well. Look, I would have been 43 today. Okay, yeah. Massive shame to lose Luke Harper. Um, Brody Lee, if you remember him from AEW. Sassy's saying, "Hi, Chris." At this stage, SmackDown's too small for a Sasha return. Yeah, I do think that it would have to be on a pay per view, 100%. Um, because if it wasn't, I do think that they are missing something there. So let's get this banner ready. I reckon Asan will be in the chat telling me off if I don't. That one. So, yeah, looking like it. We're starting off with. I knew it. I knew it. Sassy's agreeing. Yeah, Royal Rumble, my favourite match of the year, every year. Yes, you can get a vote. I already knew you would be coming. So that one, let's get a poll going. Paste. Um, Trill, Liv, and Tegan. Is it me? Let's get this in for our son. There we go. Happy birthday to Broadley, 100%. Griff Dog say Merry Christmas to everyone. Merry Christmas to you, Griff Dog. Happy New Year you as well. I'm sure we'll see you before then, but I will say it straight away. Our son. So they're going to have Sammy do what Vince did to Philly in the 90s. So I say nothing like a good cup of coffee after dinner. That's what Michael's thinking, Dom. Have him dress up, then destroy him. Yeah. So we've got the women's tag team champions versus Liv Morgan and Tegan Knox. Question: does Tegan Knox, if you sort of strip back the coloured hair, does she look like Ronda Rousey? I had a quick sort of. I just noticed it coming out when she was coming out to the ring that she's got a ring of Ronda Rousey about her. So in the ring at the minute, just and Liv Morgan. Oh, I would prefer to see back on SmackDown because I think it would be quite interesting to see Liv Morgan, crazy babyface, going up against Bianca Bailey. So Sassy's saying Merry Christmas, Griff Dog, to you and your family. Glad you're here. We really enjoy it when you are here. So Liv has gone crazy. She's got a kendo stick. Tegan Knox is stopping her using it because obviously they'll get disqualified. If they get disqualified, they don't win the titles. But both of the women's tag team champions are in the corner, and Liv Morgan and Tegan Knox. I don't think we've got a team name for them yet. Have got the upper hand. Liv in the ring, getting a good cheer. Yeah, you say where I'm coming from, Jack. Griff Dog saying hi, Dom. Thank you, Sassy. Tegan crossbody off the top of the rope, taking out both members of Damage Control. Bailey's on the outside. Obviously, she's probably going to interfere in some way. Yeah, it does look like Round Rousey. Sassy loves the hair. I didn't trim it too short for you. I know this wasn't done with a managerial input, but I just wanted it tidying up a bit. So Griff Dog's throwing a question out there while we're on commercial break. Oh, will Roman fight at the Royal Rumble? Who do we think? Uh, will it? Will it be? Will it be Kevin Owens 1-on-1? If it's Kevin Owens 1-on-1, um, could that be the point where Sammy are the turns or the bloodline turns on Sammy, leading to Elimination Chamber 1-on-1 Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, and then obviously WrestleMania, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens taking on the Usos for the tag titles. I'm on zone 2 at the minute, Jack. Managed to do zone 1, only just really struggled. It looks good too. So Rogue. It's not Rogue. If it was Rogue, it'd be like that. It'd be really long. ZZ Top style. Michael's done. Yep, same as me. KO or Sammy. Reigns won't lose until Mania, so it's irrelevant. It's not irrelevant, Jack. It's storyline. We like storylines. Keeps it interesting. But yeah, I know what you mean. It could be Akira Tozawa. It could be anyone on the roster, but it's I'd say if it is KO, because it's perfect to build storyline for the future. Going further down the line, obviously Sami Zayn. But yeah, I was uh, WrestleMania, which I know you're at it. Don't rub it in. Let me have a look. I can put you in time out, Jack, if you carry on. Stop rubbing it in. I'm only joking. Got to keep both of our awesome moderators in, Jack and Sassy. So, what's people got planned for the weekend? Is it last bit's Christmas shopping? Um, is it travel to see family? Look like I should be at Court in King of the Eight times. Really? I don't know. I'm still unsure on the length. It's because it is very short compared to what I had before. I'm still not sure. I keep reading my answer and thinking, I don't know. I don't know if I like it, but it looks smart, so I'm happy. Gunther's going to win. I presume so. Um, I mean, they have. I think it was Ricochet that Gunther took the title off originally. So it's going to be an interesting rematch. Only the best go. I should be there before you, then, Jack. You should know that. No, I'm joking. So we've got both of Damage Control in the ring at the minute. Um, just slowly working over Tegan, not Sky with a stomp on the on the back of Tegan. So again, I mean, it's nice to see Tegan Knox back in a ring performing. Great performer. I do think it's a delayed reaction in a way because I do think it would have made sense to bring her back at Clash at the Castle. Would have been absolutely perfect because people from the UK know who Tegan Knox is usually, and with it being in her hometown, it just made perfect sense. The pop would have been insane. It would have been absolutely brilliant. So I'm quite surprised they didn't do that, but she might have had issues of she didn't want to resign, but now she did want to resign. So Liv missile drop kick off the second rope to Dakota Kai. Really, really impressed with the improvement of Liv over the past sort of year or two. Jack's looking to go see if DFS have a sale on. If you went to DFS and paid full price, you'd be pretty annoyed, wouldn't you? Double power bomb from Io Sky and Dakota Kai. Io Sky goes for the pin. Knox breaks the pinfall attempt up. Ah, we've got ZJI and how are you doing, ZJI? I had a job interview at the Tower of London on Thursday. That's cool. That'd be an interesting job, I think. So Io Sky was going for a roll up. Liv hangs on. Good break it to Io. Tag to Tegan Knox. In comes Tegan. Elevated Codebreaker. Shiniest Wizard. One, two. Oh, they got Kai breaking that pinfall up. That should have been guaranteed three. Did the Raven chase you out, Jack? Sassy. Hi, ZJI. How are you doing? Sassy's jealous of you, Jack. Oh, power bomb from the ring apron to the mat on the outside, and then Io Sky follows Liv with a superb dropkick on the outside. Tegan has got Io Sky in the corner. Very similar to like a cannonball type thing, but inverted. From Tegan, very, very good. Shiniest wizard attempts again. He got Sky with a massive uppercut, stopping Tegan right in her tracks. So the cat fly, so you have the advantage. Yeah, you do. COVID still sucks. Yeah, we're sorry to hear about that, dude. Here we go. There's Bailey's interference. Bailey trying to throw. What was this? What was this? No idea what that was. Someone just kicked Tegan, knocked in the head, fully hoods up, really, really tightly done. So couldn't see anything. Oh, it was whatsoever. A Sky Genius from the Sky Moonsault. One, two, three. That's devastating. I thought that was going to be a really, really sort of good length match. Yeah, we've got Sam in. How are you doing, Sam? Do I get paid your overtime? No. Do I get overtime for covering your job? I'm only joking. We don't get paid anything, so it don't make a difference. I just get a couple of hours less sleep. What do you think of the new look? How's the hair doing? What do you think? So I want to go back to who this person was. Big boot to Tegan Knox out of nowhere. Who do we think it is? Ah, that's a shame, Griff Dog. But if you need to go, you can go. I don't mind. But we do appreciate you joining us. I mean, 15 minutes, it's still better than nothing. Just to say hello to everyone. Yeah, it's good to hear that you're doing okay. ZJI. Hello, Sam says sassy. Just wrapped up Uncle's presents, not got much else to buy. That's all right then. Was that green or rose? Hmm. Chelsea Green's a very good shout. That is a very, very good shout. I was actually thinking Charlotte Flair for some reason. Sam, your wife is a is I your wife I assume is beautiful. You can't really see. Oh no, it's not that photo. Jack gets paid. Why do you think you're going to California? Because you're crazy. And you're going to spend all your money on first class tickets. Sassy's saying bye, Griff. But yeah, thanks for joining us, Griff. If you haven't gone yet, let's end that poll. 7% of you thought damage control. So if most of you got it right, the majority of you anyway. So I've got my trusty cup of tea. In my awesome Deadpool mug. There we go. Absolutely love Deadpool. Um, I've got my white Christmas party on Sunday, and I think I will be wearing my Deadpool Christmas jumper. Can't wait. We're doing an escape room, and we're having pizza. Two things I really like. So the secret actually was we've got a fresh new look for the podcast, and the fresh new look is me. I've tidied up. I've got rid of the long hair. I've tidied the beard. So yeah, my hair, which was originally, if I pulled the fringe down, it was sort of down past my chin near enough. But now it's literally just there. So we're getting the Uncle Howdy section promo, Bray Wyatt promo, something to do with them next. Yep, that promo was absolutely lovely for Gunther. Just showed off why he's a brilliant performer. He's a veteran of the game. Um, I've seen him in person in NXT UK, and he's just built himself up from there. When he was originally Walter, that's what he did on the Indies. He did it NXT UK for quite a while because he didn't really want to move to America and commit to that. He did have a unfortunate circumstance of him splitting up with his wife at the time, which is probably what changed his mind. He decided to go to America. Obviously, that's where the bigger money is, and sort of build his reputation, build his star status there. Bray Dom, yeah, let Dom know that Bray's about to appear. Even though he's in Portugal, I'll still probably hear him shouting, "Yes!" Cigars lit. Nice ones. I see. What snacks have you got to go with that? So Jack's at White Christmas Day was Wednesday, but it was basically couldn't drink. Not had a drink since before COVID. I've been out a couple of times. Um, to Spiders with Dom. Um, not a great deal though. Not compared to, well, I'll say not compared to what I normally drink, but it's not something that I do a lot of. I might have a beer or two with the football that's been on. I think I've had like during the World Cup 5 beers at most. I have had my Stone Cold Steve Austin Broken Skull beer that I got from my mum when she came in September, so I've had 4 cans of that. But again, not a great deal. I can't even have a drink on Sunday when we're having the staff party because I've got to be the driver because we're going from Hull to York, which that's somewhere that Dom's lived before. Nice city. Really, really old building, sort of wall around the city. Very, very nice place though. A lot of a lot of old sort of buildings in the area. Um, if you go into York itself, there's a little street called the Shambles. When you walk down there, there is a lot of Harry Potter shops because that was the inspiration for J.K. Rowling for Diagon Alley in the Harry Potter books. Oh, you know. So, coffee, you've had a case of wine, but you have a case of wine, but you can't drink with the new meds. I was going to say, if you had a case of wine tonight alone, how are you still awake on the stream? But yeah, if you've got meds and you can't drink, then yeah, that makes more sense. Oh, I thought you went to York, live in York, Jack. Yeah. But yeah, I was just letting people know, get a little fact about York. So we're coming back to Smackdown. So 49ers won last night, which was good for me. I've got 49ers to actually win the Super Bowl, which a few years ago there was, I think, 100 to 1, uh, or 1,000 to 1. If I'd have put 20 quid on it, it'd have been sort of like 20 grand. They got so I think it was the playoffs, and then got to the semi-finals, and yeah, I didn't put the 20 quid on, so I was praying they won, but I was also praying they didn't win because I would have lost the money. Don't think your mobility would go on shambles. No, the I mean, as you'll probably know, the path on the side, each side of the shambles is tiny, and the cobbles would be absolutely devastating. So we've got Ricochet promo now talking about winning the SmackDown World Cup and taking the title off of Gunther. Again, another very, very nice promo. Really putting over Ricochet. Since Vince did leave, um, there's been an upsurge in the little bit smaller guy doing really well. And I do think that Ricochet is one of the people that he's never going to, I don't mean it in a bad way, but he's never going to be the world champion, but he could feel like a legitimate threat. Um, when he went up against Brock in Saudi Arabia a few years ago, it was throwing him to the wolves because Vince obviously thought there's no way he could win. So we're getting a recap of Raw from a couple of weeks ago. Matt Riddle taking the Samoan Spike from Solo Sikoa, and then the chair around the neck. Obviously, writing him off TV for him being a naughty boy and failing a second drugs test. Um, Opposite shops touch each other in the shambles. Yeah, you can basically stand in the shambles, hit one shop with one elbow, hit the other shop with the other elbow, and then lift yourself up on your elbows. It is a very, very tight street. But there's some brilliant shops down there if you are into the Harry Potter scene. Vince wants back and still has majority shares, but a few in WWE want it back. Um, the share prices took a massive drop when he announced that he wanted to come back. Um, and I mean, backstage morale is supposedly at an all-time high because of what's happened. They lied about Bray being released. Yeah, it might be the next proper segment in ring, but we're getting Bloodline in the back. I mean, Sami Zayn has actually tidied himself up. That beard is looking suave. That beard is looking beautiful, and he's got his hair party in a bun. He's wearing a suit jacket. Very, very nice. It does sort of give me Dom vibes at the minute. I don't know why. I know Dom likes his suit jackets. So the Usos and Sami Zayn have just been chatting. Sammy's disappeared, and the Usos are saying that they're going to take the honorary use and make him a full blown use. That's probably why he's going tidied up. Could it be the 10? So Jim is saying could be setting Sammy up for a big disappointment. Jay's saying it's going to be a good night. So could it be a good night for Jay because Sammy is being kicked out? Or is it a good night because Sammy is going to be made a full blown loose? Triple H is supposedly underwhelmed with the few talent he's brought back. Yeah, I can understand. If you look at what Candice LeRae's done, I know she hasn't been on TV or she's been a little bit injured. It's not conducive to the sort of viewing figures. Um, Johnny Gargano again doesn't really seem to be doing much apart from comedy segments at the minute. We're going LA Knight last Friday, going back into the locker room and having the Bray Wyatt share appear, and Uncle Howdy in the locker room. So supposedly we've got a QR code from what happened after um, the attack last week. So it's showing the video, and it's LA Knight tied up with Uncle Howdy's mask on. And we're going Uncle Howdy / Bray Wyatt saying let me in. LA Knight has got the mask taken off and his face is taped up. This is quite dark, very dark. That was a bit disturbing. Not, but if you're sort of a sensitive disposition, that is quite disturbing. We've got LA Knight walking through the backstage area, so obviously he's been released from Uncle Howdy. So we've gone to commercial break at the moment. So what snacks have people got for tonight? Michael, I know you love your snacks. Sassy's got the coffee. KS1 obviously, but she can't have that at the moment. I've still got a few of the chocolate, white chocolate balls and the hazelnut creams. I've also got a double chocolate chip muffin again. So it's going to be a good. I'll say it's going to be a good night for me. I do, I do quite enjoy doing the SmackDown and the Dynamite because they are only 2 hours. Raw is a 3 hour, 3 hours. It's a little bit of a slog at times. But a 2 hour show, I mean, like we're already a quarter of the way through. It feels like it flies by. So Michael's got some pretzel rods. Vince will be back. The devil always finds a way to mess things up. Yeah. Um, Even though there's majority share all day in terms of votes and stuff like that, in my mind, I would look at the bigger picture and think share prices went up when I left. Morale has gone up since I've gone. Viewing figures have gone up since I've gone. It looks like the company's actually better off without me. I'll stay away. In my mind, that's what I'd do. Does that make sense? If I go back, share prices dropped, even though I just said I wanted to go back. Morale is probably going to go down. Quality is probably going to go down. Leave the company as it is because it seems to be progressing and improving. Stassy's got pretzels and shortbread cookies. Shortbread cookies are the bomb. So shortbread cookies are amazing. I've got some chocolate chip shortbread cookies downstairs, which are unbelievable. ZJ has just had the best idea. Go for it. What we got? I'm waiting. Sassy had a 4 cheese veggie lasagna. I'm not a big lasagna fan, but I can appreciate cheese. So yeah, Michael's saying let's say your idea, ZJ. Go for it. Michael's yeah, that sounds good, Sassy. Like I said, I'm not a lasagna fan, but I am a big cheese fan. So we've got LA Knight in the ring. So he said he didn't want to speak to anyone who's got business to deal with. So LA Knight saying he's been blindsided, cheap shots, and tied up, but he's still knocking on Bray Wyatt's door. LA saying that Bray's huge and he's got one of the biggest returns ever. We know. We saw Dom. But since he's returned, all he's done is to dress up like a circus freak and speaks gobbledygook but doesn't get to the point, which I completely agree with. He's doing a Bray Wyatt impression. It's actually not that bad. That is a very good Bray Wyatt impression. So Ella is saying he needs to put on whatever mask or costume so he can get down to the ring, so he can get stomped out. So LA Knight is challenging Bray. Oh, and the lights are going out. Lights are going out. What's happening? What's happening? Oh, we're getting the music. It looks like we're just getting Bray. Yep, Bray not dressed up or anything, just wearing a t-shirt and a jacket, pair of jeans. Not wrestling attire, really. Bray saying, how much is Mr. Chicago? But Bray's sick of LA Knight. Their fog machines must have been working overtime because so much fog in the arena at the minute. Bray's saying he's sick of the game that they've been playing. Bray's saying he's being honest. He doesn't believe LA Knight won't believe him, but LA Knight's backing up that wrong tree. Bray's saying deep down we both know how the story ends. LA Knight's still wanting Bray to get into the ring. Bray is on the apron. Bray's saying LA Knight has another chance to deliver the message. LA Knight not even letting Bray get in the ring before attacking him. Are we going to get Uncle Howdy make a save? What do we think? So while the attack's happening, if anything happens, I will. Oh, we're getting something on the Titantron, a video package from Uncle Howdy. And the Uncle Howdy character saying, "What have you done?" You want to see something really scary? Bray's in the corner just laughing after being stomped from LA Knight. We're getting something else happen. Oh, we're getting. Looks like someone's going to be coming out. Someone's coming out. I will get to the comments shortly, guys. Oh, is this Uncle Howdy? Ray's in the corner just laughing. Yep, that's actually Uncle Howdy finally in person. Wearing a big top hat, tipping his hat to the crowd. It's fat. Yep, I can see your comments, AJ. It's the man himself, finally. It's been 2 months and we're finally getting something interesting happen besides the Bray Wyatt return itself. So LA Knight's in the ring looking over, rolling out, scared, busy panicked, he's got a steel chair. Ray's in the ring just laughing, looking over at LA Knight. Come on, what else are we going to get? We're going to get something else. So all we're getting is just constant laughing, and that's it. Again, I'm I'm getting quite annoyed with this storyline because they're just drip feeding stuff, and it's not giving us any kind of payoff. So it's been 2 months. We still haven't seen Bray Wyatt properly have a match, have we? And I think that you can only go so far before you have to do a payoff. And I think this is taking too long, in all honesty. So, what if Uncle Howdy is cult leader and is trying to bring the Fiend back by telling Bray to let him out? And we just saw what if LA Knight is a sacrifice because the guy was saying let him in? That's not a bad shout. That'd work very well with what sort of character Bray is, what sort of character Uncle Howdy seems to be. Yeah, call out is GAHY, says Michael. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yep, the man himself is laughing at the Fiendwood. That was the best. Now we are getting somewhere. Dallas body type. I'm going to go back to ZJI's comment. I don't think it's the best because it's taken too long. I understand building a storyline, building intrigue, building interest, but I do think it is taking the point where people might switch off and get frustrated and think I'm not going to bother wasting my time because it has took too long. And we're going, how are we doing, Todd? How are we doing, says Michael? Michael loved it. I I agree that we're actually making some progress, but why has it taken 10 weeks ish, 8 weeks to get to this point? I understand that Bray did a big return. You build up that sort of story, but I think it's taken so long to get this point. They could have skipped a couple of weeks and brought it a bit earlier. Sounds good. Dragged this out far too long. Yeah, I think it should have been 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Well, 2 weeks of promos, and then 2 weeks with the LA Knight stuff, 3 weeks of the LA Knight stuff, and then bring Uncle Howdy straight in. So after sort of 6 weeks, we've got something happen. You could have dragged it out from SummerSlam to Saudi Arabia. No match at Saudi Arabia for Bray Wyatt after the storylines that they've been doing. Just didn't feel like was bringing it back to be a main event. After that, it's been another, what, month since Saudi Arabia, and we still haven't got much further. I thought, I sassy. No, Mazin, how are you doing, Nomar? Thought I tuned in just in time to see something special, kind of let down. Yep, I agree, taking way too long, way too long. We got Uncle Howdy and a mystery person attacking Knox. What show so far? That bit I do agree with. We've got Roman Reigns, head of the table with Solo Sikoa and the mouthpiece, Paul Heyman. Do you want to rewrite that one, Jack? Because I can't make out half of what it is. Maybe now that Uncle Howdy has made an appearance, hopefully. Really, really do hope so. Wrong one. There we go. Sorry, I just pressed the unmute button instead of the backspace button. So looks like we are going to be getting the Intercontinental title match, Gunther versus Ricochet. So I will be getting a poll ready for you guys. Don't worry. So Todd saying we can only hope, and I bet the fans in attendance were let down. I think the fans will probably be let down either way, but I do think that at least there has been something interesting happening. I love the Imperium music. I don't know why. It's just very royal and very regal. Yeah, we can only bet the fans in attendance were let down. Yep, this match is going to be a banger. I hope so. I really hope so. I like that it seems to be Uncle and Bray, not the same person. Yep. Um, Probably Bo Dallas. Todd agrees with Mike. Yep. That one. Sassy loves Imperium. Yep. Yep, it's all ready. Don't worry. I already said about 2 minutes ago that I'm going to get this ready because I know I'll get shouted at if I don't. So we've got Adam Pearce in the ring. Oh, Adam Pearce making a big call already. Is sending the rest of Imperium to the back arena, so it is Gunther on his own versus Ricochet. That way they can't get involved, they can't interfere. And Hassan, yeah. Hassan versus Gunther versus Ricochet. So Nomar agrees with you, so God and Claudia is not a transformation of Bray Wyatt. Yeah. Like I said, that is interesting. That is something that is going to make it intriguing, but it seems to be taking so long to get to that point. So we've got Ricochet's introduction now. We've got Gunther being introduced. Intercontinental title. I do love the look of that belt. It is so nice to look at. So now there will be a Bray Wyatt 6. Yep. So Jack translated. At this rate, I expect nothing substantive at the Royal Rumble. Cody returning. Is that not a big thing? There we go. So give me a second, Matthew. I will get to this. I'm just going to put the poll in. I'm going to update the banner. There we go. So Let's go Gunther. Let's go Ricochet. Todd's with Mike. So Matthew joining us on Facebook. We have had a women's tag team title match. Damage Control versus Liv Morgan and Tegan Knox. That's the one. The match was going really well, really enjoyable. Bailey started to interfere, and then some mystery person from the crowd gave Tegan Knox a massive kick to the head, which caused Tegan to take a shooting star press, not a shooting star press, a moonsault, from Io Sky and lose the match. We've had LA Knight come to the ring, and then Bray Wyatt came down to the ring. Bray then got attacked by LA Knight, and we actually saw Uncle Howdy in person in the arena, which was quite interesting as well. Finally getting somewhere on that storyline. We've had the Usos basically say that Sami Zayn is going to be made a full-blown Uso, which again could be the start of the tease of the turn. So again, it's been quite interesting so far. We're not even finished the first hour. We've got Gunther versus Ricochet on right now for the Intercontinental title. Ricochet obviously won the Smackdown World Cup to win this opportunity. Gunther did end up taking the title off of Ricochet to start with, and it's been a very, very long reign. Gunther, big, strong, powerful guy, load of great matches with people lately. But I don't think the two styles differences makes it quite an interesting combination, which is great fun for people watching. Ricochet's got a sad headlock on Gunther now. The rest of Imperium have been sent to the backstage area, so they can't interfere in the match, which is, again, brilliant to keep it very simple one-on-one. Ricochet pushed over the top rope, but hangs on, pulls himself back in. Gunther went for a German suplex. Ricochet got out the way. Ricochet with Insiguri. Michael Cole actually said, quick like a puma. Little nod to his previous character, Prince Puma, when he was in AAA down in Mexico. Ricochet trying to rile up the crowd. Oh, Ricochet eats a big boot from Gunther. So, Sassy saying, hi, Sarah. Hi, Matthew. Sarah saying, evening all. Evening, Sarah. Todd saying, hi, Sarah. So Gunther's got the upper hand. Just massive, massive chop to Ricochet. And onto a commercial break. So again, I think this is going to be match of the night without a doubt. There is a hit row match, Legado del Fantasma match as well happening later on. So with that one, if there isn't any matches, I do think this makes sense to be match of the night. I'm calling it early. I'm calling it very early. If you haven't already, while we're on commercial break, don't like the video, share, subscribe to the channel. It does help us out quite a lot. But yeah, if you want any Give me a Holy merch, we have got the shop up and running. There is a link in the description. Give me a holyair.myspreadshop.com. You can get t-shirts, you can get stickers, teddy bears, uh, pretty much any sort of type of clothing. I think we'll do jogging pants now, jogging bottoms, sweats if you want to call them, sweats in America, baseball caps, hoodies, phone cases depending on your phone, and you can have a few different options on there. You can have the Gimme a Hull Yeah logo, which we've got on there. You can have the word Hullamaniacs to show you're a Hullamaniac. You can have our three faces, man, Dom, and Ants, doing reactions. um, in a sketchy style, and then the same thing inverted, depending on what you want to wear it on. Sometimes it looks better on a black t-shirt, sometimes it looks better on a white, depending on which version you go for. And again, go check it out. That way, if you buy anything from there, we do get a small percentage of the price that you pay. Um, Spreadshop do sort of pay for everything for us. They're just hosting our merchandise. So if you don't want anything, go check it out. Treat yourself, treat your family, treat your friends. Tell people this is what you want for your birthday, what you want for Christmas. I don't think the Christmas delivery will be in time, I'm afraid. But it can just be a late Christmas present to yourself. So we are slowly coming back to Smackdown. We've got the WWE logo on. So let's see who's got the upper hand. So Ricochet's got the upper hand. Left and right to the midsection. Gunther with just one chop. Drops Ricochet straight to his knees. Big scoop slam. Kick to the back of Ricochet. Gunther doesn't mess about. Oh, again. I would I wouldn't want to take one shot from Walter. Not Walter, Gunther, sorry. Let alone the amount that Ricochet has taken already. Oh, Ricochet starting to fight back with right hand slaps. Oh, they've said, I think they said it was Xia Li. You can find out for us. So, Boston Crab from Ricochet. That one. And that will probably give me the info needed. Oh, Xia Li was revealed to be the woman under the hood. Um, they've announced it on their social media instead as a digital exclusive. Michael wants Suzuki to face Gunther so bad. Yep, that'd be fun. That'd be banger. Ricochet with big chops, forearms, side headlock. Oh, backbreaker from Gunther. Gets the separation. Goes for a pin. 1, 2. Kick out. Suzuki is a beast. Watched him at Bloodsport. Brought a match with Chris Dickinson. Yep, absolute monster. So Gunther still working on the lower back of Ricochet. So Michael Cole has just said maybe looking for an STFU. Is Gunther the new John Cena? Really? I think he made a slip up, but I don't think there's going to be someone berating him in his ear anymore because the berater isn't there, which is nice. Bit more freedom for the guys on commentary. Share with headbutt, and again, Gunther with a front first lock. And another chop to the chest. Gunther picks Ricochet up into a sleeper. Ricochet's trying to fight the second arm, trying to block the sleeper hold, choke hold, whichever you want to call it. Elbow with some elbows. Yeah, Vince does want back in. The problem with it is, as soon as he said he wanted back in, share prices took a drop. Uh, there's the majority of people have said that don't want him back, which I can't complain. I hope Triple H. Yep, I hope Triple H does stay in charge. The problem with it is Vince owns 80% of the voting rights, which makes it very unfair. But because it's a publicly traded company, he can't just go, I'm coming back. And he can do that. He's not able to do that because of the way that the company is owned, run, and managed. But if I was a shareholder, if I was Ricochet trying to pick Gunther up on his back, big kidney shot and a big chop to Ricochet, dropping him back down. But yeah, I do think that Triple H will probably be sensible and say to Vince, look at what we're doing, look at our figures, look at our share prices, look at morale. Everything has gone up since you've left, so respectfully, stay away. That is the smart thing to do, but and that is the best business option. But whether it happens or not, whether it happens, I don't think so. If Vince wants back, I think he'll find a way to come back into the company. He's blaming he got bad advice, which I don't think is true. Oh, just got a close up of Ricochet's back, and there is a lot of welts. There is a lot of marks on there. Gunther going for another big chop into the corner. Ricochet gets out of the way. Bit of an insecurity, but Ricochet's wobbly. Another insecurity after a handful of chops. Gunther in the corner. Drop kick to Gunther from Ricochet. Right hand, left hands, right hands, lefts. Ricochet pushed away by Gunther. But another drop kick from Ricochet. Is Ricochet looking for a suplex of some kind? Going for it, but Ricochet can't get him up. Gunther turns it into a face plant. Drop kick from Gunther. And then Gunther picks Ricochet up. Was going for a power bomb, but Gunther sort of got a bit off balance. Falling to the outside. Ricochet onto the top rope. Ricochet on the apron. Missile drop kick from Ricochet to Gunther. Gunther landed in the barricade. Sassy saying that he will be back as an egomaniac. Yeah, 100%. Egomaniac, egotistical, but I don't know if he will be back. Big chop from Gunther again to Ricochet. Ricochet up on Gunther's shoulders. Ricochet actually grabbed the ring rope. Is Ricochet looking for something spectacular? Springboard moonsault on to Gunther. Champ's gone down. This has been a good match so far. This is pay-per-view level match quality, but with the breaks, it does lose a bit of momentum for me. But very enjoyable so far on this match. We have got 3 likes on Facebook page. Sam Smith, Griff Dog Johnson, Prince Soel. Thank you very much, guys. We do appreciate it. It does really help the channel out. So, who do we think is going to win the match then? I know we've got the poll in. Let's have a quick check, see how that's doing. 60% of Ricochet. That's a bit of a. I wouldn't say it's a surprise, but it wasn't the way that I was expecting. Please like and subscribe to the channel. helps us in every way against YouTube algorithms. We don't want to grow the channel. We don't want to build it to produce more content, better content for you guys. That's what we want to do. We do enjoy doing this, um, even though it's at ridiculous hours in the morning for us in the UK. But yeah, I mean, like every single show that we do, if it is Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, or if it's a pay per view, usually they are starting at 1 o'clock in the morning UK time. And if we do like a Monday Night Raw, that is a 3 hour show, so it doesn't finish until 4 o'clock in the morning. So every week that I do Monday Night Raw, I'm up from 1 o'clock. Well, I'm actually up from about 12:15, but 12:15 till about 4:15 every single Monday I do it. When we do Wednesday, it's 1 o'clock until 3 o'clock. SmackDown is the same. So it's just it's not very time consuming, but it just does interrupt our sleep patterns. So that's why any share that you do, whether it is a donation through Patreon, whether it is a super chat on YouTube, that does really help us out because it gives us that motivation to carry on and keep doing this for you guys. When we do build the channel up a bit more, we can actually get sponsors and stuff like that, which will help cover the costs of what we are spending money on. We actually have our very own sponsor already. It's a very niche market, but Jack will attest to how good this stuff is. If you ever have a portion of fries, a portion of chips with salt and pepper, what will take that salt and pepper and the portion of chips to the next level is something called American chip spice. It is a very whole thing, but Jack, as I said, has tried it, absolutely loves it, and Sarah is good enough to keep giving it to him.
Hi guys, it is Dom here from the Gimme a Whole Yeah Wrestling podcast. This episode is proudly sponsored by Hull's own original American chip spice. If you'd like to find out more about this delicious seasoning, you can do so at americanchipspice.co.uk or linktree.com/chipspice. That's CHIPSPIC. I'm excited, I hope you are too. Hull yeah!
So we are back on SmackDown as well, guys. Gunther was going for a German suplex off the top rope on Ricochet. Ricochet flipped through, landed on his feet. Gunther's open mouth, can't believe it. Running knee to Gunther from Ricochet, but big boot from Ricochet. Big boot to Ricochet from Gunther. Oh, brutal clothesline lariat. Stack Ricochet up 1-2. Kick out on Ricochet's part. Yeah, it's a great ad and it's odd. Dom's awesome. Chip Spice is downstairs in my cupboard. Anytime I have any fries, gotta have some Chip Spice on there. Best way to have it: fries, mayo, cheese, all of it covered in Chip Spice. Absolutely delicious. Um, Gunther went for a high risk move. Ricochet got his feet up into Gunther's face. Big chop from Ricochet for a change. Ricochet finally going for a suplex, manages to get Gunther up. Brilliant 1-2. Kick out at 2. Crowd massively into this match. Ricochet going up to the top. What's he going to go for? Showing star press, slams into Ricochet. Into Gunther. 1-2. Kick out. Crowd massively into this. Crowd absolutely cheering everything. So Cole, just call him Walter, yeah. Cole's off his game tonight, yeah. There's sort of, I know it's probably accidental, but could it be that they're changing his name back to Walter at some point? Maybe. Crowd now going, this is awesome. Yep, absolutely brilliant match. Ricochet with slaps and then chops to Gunther, literally taking the fight to Gunther, trying to cover up. Ricochet attacking again now, kicks to the legs, inside leg kick, outside leg kicks, big ringing chop, super kick tight to Ricochet, from Ricochet, and then again, oh, Gunther, one shot, one chop, then a powerbomb one, two, kick out at two from Ricochet. Gunther getting a bit frustrated now, banging them that. How enjoyable is this match if you're watching it? It is absolutely phenomenal. Oh, Gunther, big slaps to Ricochet, slam to Ricochet, one, two, three. Gunther retains, but Gunther knows he's been in a scrap. Gunther knows he's been in a fight. That was a banger of a match. I think if that was on a pay per view and you got to see the full thing, I think that could be a candidate for match of the year. It was absolutely phenomenal. Yep, that's how you ended that. But these two have got massively good chemistry in the ring. Michael's loving it. Yep, so am I, as you can probably tell. Big grin on my face. Excited about what's happening. That's what I want. But Gunther, so strong. Last Symphony, which is a bit of a modified power slam. One, two, three. Yep, great match, says Sassy. Um, rest of Imperium come out now. So Imperium picking up Ricochet. Gunther starting to get involved, but that's why Monster of Monsters coming out. Braun Strowman has had issues with Gunther in the past. So is that setting up the next feud? More than likely. So Ricochet being picked up by Braun Strowman. But yeah, Gunther's chest very red from the chops from Ricochet. And also, I mean, Ricochet was marked all over the place. So I've got Roman in the back now. Paul Edwards at 67% for Ricochet. Braun Breaker, Royal Rumble, 100%. That makes sense. So Jay saying to Roman, if it's if Sammy's going to be made Sammy Uso, he likes it. He's happy with that, which is good. But he still loves his family. He loves the bloodline. So Jay looks like he's trying to throw doubt into Roman, making Sami Zayn into Sammy Uso. So yeah, there's little teases there. Roman saying to the wise man, call Adam Pearce. Literally 3 words, wise man. Paul Heyman says, yes, my tribal chief, Pearce. Which is very, very big evil boss type. Great. Really enjoyable. So, gone to another commercial break. So I'm going to have a chocolate jingle bells ball. Shall we try and do a bit of ASMR while we're on? Oh, sorry. Oh, that's it. How did that sound? Any good? I don't know. I can't hear it from my side. Jimmy is out. Why? Let's have a look, see what Twitter says. See what's happening on Smackdown. Yeah, people on Twitter are saying that the Gunther and Ricochet match was pay-per-view level. I completely agree. SmackDown has been absolutely brilliant so far. Um, I think this is probably one of my favourite shows so far of the year in terms of um, live shows that's not pay-per-view or premium live event. So let's have a look. Becky and Bailey on Monday will be a pay-per-view quality show. Um, it should be. We know it should be, but I do think that it'll be a bit of a letdown in terms of quality compared to what we've just. I don't know that Gunther and Ricochet can go, and they've got great chemistry. I think Bailey and Becky don't have great chemistry. I know it's a hot take. I know it's out there. But I don't think they have as good chemistry as some other people. Becky and Charlotte, great chemistry. Becky and Ronda, great chemistry. I just don't think Becky and Bailey have that same level. But it's a hot take. It's my own personal opinion, personal thoughts. So if you think that it's going to be a great match, I can't fault you for it, and I do hope it is a great match. I'm more than happy to be proven wrong. So Jimmy has been the source of troubles, not obeying Roman. Yeah, a little bit. So we've got Roman backstage in his locker room. Tribal Chief and Solo and Adam Pearce has said he's been summoned. So Paul Heyman is talking to Pearce now. So Paul Heyman's saying Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens and a partner of Kevin Owens chosen. Chicago CM Punk, lol, maybe, yeah. So Royal Rumble, maybe. So 30th of December, they're in Tampa, Florida. So I think we've got a main event match for SmackDown. So straight away, who do we think Kevin Owens is going to be? Who do we think? That's a great main event for a couple of weeks' time. Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. And who do we think? Who should we throw in there? Love Paul Heyman, Tampa Bay Betrayal. Could it be Tampa Bay Betrayal? That's poor, I know. Sorry, I shouldn't have said it. I'm just going to sit here and wallow in self shame because that was disgraceful from me. So we're getting the video package from Troops that we got on Monday. Narrated by John Cena, basically saying about the 20-year history of the tribute to the Troops shows every year that they do, which is brilliant work from WWE, brilliant work from the superstars, going performing for the armed forces while they're out in Iraq, Baghdad, places like that. Can't think of a partner. Um, let's have a look at the roster. Raw roster. Well, Raw. What if it was Brock Lesnar? I don't see it being Brock, but just throwing it out there. Um, Seth Rollins. There's your answer, I think. Someone returning. If they're bringing Cardona back, I think they would debut a pay per view because of name value. I don't think it makes more sense to bring him back at something like the Royal Rumble as an entrant. Kevin Owens and Shinsuke, maybe that's a good shout. But I do think that obviously Seth has got an issue with Roman, and so I do think it would be Seth Rollins with Riddle now being out. I was going to say Riddle, but I don't think that could be the case anymore. So we've still got the video package going on. So tomorrow they're doing the tribute to the troops 20th anniversary show on Fox. Maybe the return of Big E. I'd love to say that's a possibility, but based on what I have read of Big E's injury, it doesn't look like he's going to be back for still quite a while, which is such a shame. So we are getting the Legado del Fantasma versus Hit Row versus Viking Raiders match coming up in a second. So I'm going to get the poll ready for that one, Hassan. Don't worry. But, um, so we have got the poll coming. Don't worry. So Zelina, leopard print. So don't worry, Hassan, if you are still in. I've got the poll ready. I've got the banner ready. Just waiting until the match sort of gets a bit closer to actually starting. I know Sam does sort of go on about Zelina Vega and how much he likes this. So I sent him a couple of photos over the other day, and he was like, "Yes, lovely." Maybe not in them words, but I'm sure you can guess. What about Theory as a partner to get revenge on Roman? Todd, I think you're disappointed in Sassy for even suggesting it, but Sassy's got a great answer. Sassy just wants Roman to beat him up. Would you not enjoy that though, Todd? Theory coming out all arrogant, all ego, and then getting absolutely destroyed by Roman. Now you like the sound of it, don't you? I know you do. But with that, I don't think there's any reason for Sammy and Kevin Owens, not Sammy, um, Theory and Kevin Owens to partner up. Um, I do think that it makes a lot of sense to have Seth Rollins, just because he's obviously got history with Roman. I actually only looked at the Raw roster. Let's have a look at SmackDown. I mean, Braun Strowman looks like he's going to be going against Gunther. Uh, Kevin Owens, Joe McIntyre, maybe. Kevin Owens, Karrion Cross. But yeah, I mean, Nakamura seems like a good idea. Um, I think the one is Seth Rollins or Nakamura. I think they were the two sort of most likely options. So yes, I do that. I can love Theory. Kevin Owens and Sheamus is a good shout. They've obviously both got history together as well. Kevin Owens and Karrion Cross. I think that could be quite good. You could obviously use Scarlett as a bit of a distraction. for Solo, I think maybe. Keep him out of the match. So we've got Hit Row coming down to the ring. So Roman, even though we've seen him on screen 3 times, we have still got a Roman Reigns retains. Sad. Kevin Owens, Johnny Wrestling. If he stops doing the comedy stuff, I think that could be a good idea. Nice idea, but yeah, I think he needs to stop with the comedy stuff because it's just not working. So we're going the Viking Raiders. Sassy ups the money. Miz wins the ladder match on Monday, and the money bags are empty. Yep, yeah. Mox buddies like that. Yep, it's all going to be going in. Don't worry. There you go. I'll stick it on now for you. There we go. Kevin Owens, Dexter Loomis. Again, another good shout, but Dexter needs to stop with the comedy stuff. Same as Gargano. So, triple threat match. Winner faces the Usos next week on SmackDown. Michael loves the Viking Raiders. Yeah, I don't think that the addition of Valhalla has given them a little bit of an edge. They obviously, I think it's Eric that's married to Sarah Logan, who's obviously Valhalla. I say Elias. I think that'd be quite funny. Kevin Owens and AJ. Again, another good shout. Ah, my mug's great. I sort of fold it up earlier on. Let me grab it again for you. So I've got logo, and then we've got Deadpool on the other side. Awesome. And my Christmas jumper for my staff party, Christmas party on Sunday is a Deadpool jumper as well. I may wear that on the Raw before Christmas or the Raw after Christmas. Well, the Raw before Christmas. So we've got Top Dollar in the ring. Legado del Fantasma tried to sneak attack him, but Top Dollar clotheslining both of them out of the ring. Top Dollar was going for something, runs into Eric, and then Legado del Fantasma double drop kicks off the top rope. Oh, beautiful corkscrew plashes from both of Legado del Fantasma. That was ridiculously entertaining because one of them was stood on the top rope and did it. One of them springboarded up to the top to do it as well. Very, very nice combination move. Now we've gone to commercial break. What's people got planned for the weekend? Anything exciting? Is it like I said earlier on? Is it the Christmas shopping? Is it wrapping your presents, wrapping your gifts up? Anything exciting? So Todd's going KO no Omos. I think Roman would be a little. I don't think he'd be worried, but I think it'd be a great face off between the two. Uh, I don't remember if I asked you in the past, but do you collect wrestling figures? If so, they're showing off new ones Monday and Tuesday. I don't collect wrestling figures. I collect the sort of Funko style, which are the style. Um, yeah, in terms of action figure type wrestling figures, it's not something I do collect because there's just that many different variants to sort of collect through different series, different types. So I haven't started on them. I'll probably sort of check it out on YouTube, see what's coming out, but that will probably be my extent of that. Um, but yeah, I mean, like, there's a few figures I have got which I do really like in terms of my Funko collection. I've got a Bray Wyatt in a Christmas hat that glows in the dark. I've got a hand signed Ric Flair one. I've actually got CM Punk and AJ Lee, which are both quite hard to get hold of. Yeah, there's quite a few in the collection. Let me have a look. Let's have a look for you. Well, we're on commercial break at the minute. I go to the list. I go to my collection, filter, items. So my WWE collection, there is 144 in there. So 144 different WWE ones. And then I've got my Harry Potter collection, which is, I think, my biggest collection. I'll check that one. I'll still on commercial breaks. Onto the filter, license. So my Harry Potter is 143. My WWE is 144, so it's very close on both of them. Then my next biggest one is Deadpool at 55. So top dollar with a big boot to Eric, forearms from top dollar, big boots. In comes Eric, Ivar up on the shoulders of top dollar, and but Eric big boot, Ivar with a big sad slap, and Urinagi. Zelina Vega looks quite worried on the outside that her Legado del Fantasma team have basically been taken straight out. Good double team from Eric and Ivar. Pin, Joaquin Wild, top rope, crossbody, separated the pin. Michael still plays with his wrestling figures like a kid. Still open for the Brian Danielson AEW one for Christmas. Fingers crossed for you. Let's see what Santa brings you. Drop kick off the top rope into top dollar. Del Toro, 1, 2. Top dollar kick out at 2. Beautiful 450 splash with a half twist. Legado del Fantasma was going for a double team. Shantae Adonis gets a bit of interference to stop that happening. Beautiful DDT from Ashante. Eric with a German suplex. Del Toro with a disaster kick, Cody style. Sit down slam from Eric. Ivar Torre, top dollar. Last man standing in the ring. What's the look he's got? What's he going to do? It's off the ropes. Oh, that was a bit unfortunate. Um, it went for like a suicide dive. got caught on the top row. So let's see. Ashante Theodonis, what was she gonna do? Head scissors, no disqualification, triple threat rules. So BFAB came in, drop kicked Zelina Vega. Valhalla's come in and taken BFAB out. Oh, Zelina Vega moonsaulted, I think, and I think she not far off landed on her head, but took out Valhalla. Joaquin Wilde was caught by Top Dollar. Theodonis drop kick into the side slam. 1, 2, 3 off the heavy hitter. Hit row, get the 3 count. Viking Raiders versus Usos would be an interesting match. I think it would be a good match because I don't think that the Usos have faced a team that size before, or they haven't for a while. Right now, Michael's pushing pretty some luckiest next big stars in your company. I even got a custom belt. It's an intergender belt my friend made. Another one might be done Tuesday. That's cool. That's awesome, dude. So backstage, we've got Kayla Braxton interviewing Raquel Rodriguez. So Raquel Rodriguez saying that it's now personal. Ronda and Shayna destroying her elbow last time. Match itself, I don't think the match itself was too sloppy. There was just a spot or two that was a little bit sloppy. So I've got Ronda and Shayna Baszler now attacking Raquel Rodriguez in the backstage trainers area again, working on the arm. So Michael Cole has said that Raquel already has a broken elbow. She already has a broken elbow. Why isn't it strapped up? So Michael will take photos when the belts are done. Not a problem. Tweet it out to us. We'll retweet it for you. So I forget that one. So 40% of people thought the Viking Raiders. 40% thought Hit Row. Legado del Fantasma, only 20%. So we're getting a promotional video for Ric Flair documentary on Peacock. So we ain't got too long left, but last segment, Roman Reigns is going to be the final segment. Roman and so let's get that. So not too long left. There's about 15 minutes. Hey, it's nice again to finish at 3 o'clock instead of 4 o'clock. What's people been enjoying so far tonight? I mean, the Intercontinental title match was going to be match of the night straight away, no questions asked. Besides that, the introduction of Uncle Howdy was nice. It was on the Bray Wyatt LA Knight storyline, which we did need quite badly. I think. Does anyone get Scrooge vibes from Uncle Howdy? Little bit, little bit. Can't deny it. I do think that this storyline needs to speed up a little bit. I wouldn't go all out and next week have Uncle Howdy reveal himself, but I probably would at least progress it in some way and a bit faster than they have been. I mean, it was Bray Wyatt's return. Bray Wyatt return. So Extreme Rules 2022. So that was October the 8th. So we've had more than 2 months, and we haven't really got much further along, really, since then. His hat is very Scourge like, yeah, I completely agree with that one. Uh, it's time for Bo to be on the show. I think, yeah, Bo Dallas, but as a new character would be good. But I don't know what sort of thing to do with him. Do we have him as a partner to Bray Wyatt? Do we have him as a separate sort of entity altogether? Oh, next week we've got a gauntlet match. Emma Raquel Rodriguez, Tegan Knox, Liv Morgan, Sonya Deville, and Lee in a gauntlet match, which should be exciting. We've got Miracle on 34th, Street Fight next week. Braun Strowman, Ricochet versus Imperium. So that is very exciting for next week. Right before Christmas, pretty much. There we go. We're getting Roman, head of the table, big dog, um, tribal chief, whatever you want to call him, leader of the bloodline. So Roman's DIY will be coming back on Raw. That'll be interesting. That is something I will be looking for because DIY was such a good tag team, and I think if they do that, they're going to do the NXT storyline with the betrayal. But I think they're going to build them up, build them up, build them up, build them up, so the team feel top of the mountain. Chris Leclerc's birthday present is early Christmas present is Bailey versus Becky Lynch on Monday Night Raw. Would you like to be in a Bailey and Becky Lynch sandwich, Chris? Is that why you're excited for that? So that's his like DIY will defy the Usos. Um, that would make perfect sense because it would be such a babyface pop. But I don't think, in all honesty, that will happen. I think it probably will be Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. SmackDown next week, I think, is live, as far as I am aware, because it would only be, I think, is it the 23rd, 24th of December next Friday? Let's double check for you. So, yeah, it would only be the 23rd of December. So, I think that they'll do that, then they'll go on for the show, go on for the Christmas festivities, and then return to the show. So, first time we're probably seeing Roman since the War Games Survivor Series match. SmackDown is taped next week. Oh, sorry, Chris. I was giving wrong information out. In all honesty, why couldn't you do like a best of 2022 rather than tape it? Because we know leaks happen. So if leaks happen, less people watch it, less people are interested because they've already heard what's happened. So do a compilation show, do a best sort of match of 2022, best promo of 2022, best return of 2022, stuff like that. I think that would be a bit more interesting. Or even if you swapped it out and did the Slammy Awards, I think again that would be a little bit better, a little bit more interesting instead. Just I've never been a fan of tape shows because of that reason. Leaks get out, so you know what's happening. You know if there's been any returns and stuff like that, and it just doesn't create the atmosphere, and it just doesn't feel anywhere near as enjoyable. Yeah, that'd be better than a taped event. Yeah, 100%. Give the audience watching around the world something different for a change. So we've got Roman in the ring, we've got the Usos, we've got Solo, we've got Sami Zayn, and we've got uh, Paul Heyman as well. And we've got Usi chants. So Roman on the mic now. Roman saying Chicago, acknowledge me. I've got the hands up for everyone. So let's see what's happening. Roman saying he's not seen the Bloodline since War Games. Roman saying we dominated War Games with a bit of a sassy attitude on that. Roman acknowledging every member of the Usos and Solo, and then looking over at Sami Zayn, who obviously hoid Kevin Owens right between the legs, helping his team get the win, acknowledging the honorary use. So Roman saying it was a great night, but tonight it's the night. Every night's supposedly a good night for the tribal chief. Roman saying tonight was going to be a good night for Sammy. Oh, but there's a problem. What's the problem? We've got a Kevin Owens problem. Roman saying that Kevin Owens is a Sammy problem. If Kevin Owens is a problem for Sammy, is a problem for Roman. If it's a problem for Roman, is a problem for the bloodline. But the tribal chief's got a solution. So Roman and Sammy are teaming up against KO, and he can find a partner. Yep. Roman's saying that we're going to smash him. And we're not going to see Kevin Owens again once Roman is finished. Sammy's saying that Kevin Owens keeps him down. Kevin Owens is a cancer. So Sammy is Kevin Owens' only friend, but he's misspoke. It was his only friend. Oh, again, little snippets. Oh, we've got John Cena on the Titantron saying, but he's surprised to see me. Everybody loves a good holiday surprise, including Cena. So Kevin Owens has texted John Cena. So Kevin Owens has texted Cena saying that Cena has had a match every single year for the past 20 years, apart from this year's. Did you know that? So obviously, they're trying to make sure that Cena has a match every single year. Does Cena want to be Kevin Owens' tag team partner in Tampa, Florida? Cena saying that Cena hasn't had a match this year. If Cena wants to partner with Kevin Owens, so Cena's obviously here to boost the ratings on the last Smackdown of the year. So Cena's saying yes, hell yeah, he's going to be there. So Cena and Kevin Owens are going to bring the fight to the Bloodline. So Cena Claus is coming to town. Roman laughing in the ring. No, 100% not expecting this. Yep, John Cena really popped up on the screen. We can see him. That's a bit of a shock, I think. So, because I am at work in 5 hours, 3.5, no, 6.5 hours, 6.25 hours, I am going to be shooting very quickly. Michael's already ahead of me. So, right, good night, Michael. No, man, nice, awesome. Yep. Starting with a wow. Everyone's saying hi. So, yeah, match of the night, 100% Gunther versus Ricochet, Intercontinental title match. Gunther retaining. Segment of the night, um, John Cena returning. Gotta be John Cena returning. I was tempted to say Uncle Howdy finally being seen on screen in person, but I do think the one is a bit better. A bit more of a shock. My performer of the night, I would say Ricochet again, because it was just such a good performance. Throughout the full match, took a lot of punishment from Gunther, but also managed to give a lot back to him. Um, yeah, very, very good show again. I would probably give that a good 8 out of 10. It was a solid show, pretty much from start to finish. That one. So, like I said, I'm not sticking around tonight because I do really need to go to the bathroom. But I also need some sleep before I start work because I'm at work for 9 hours. So, again, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much for spending your evening with myself. If you haven't already, do like the video, do share, subscribe to the channel. We do really appreciate it. We do really sort of get motivated from you guys. So we're going to give a Claymore, even though it wasn't on SmackDown. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you soon.
Hello, this is Shotzi Blackheart, and welcome to Gimme a Whole Yeah! I hope everyone checking this out in Yorkshire and beyond is having a great day.